Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from Recab's Wedge.
Hi
Hey,
everyone,
sorry.
I'm Daikami-sama and I play Solas Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
Hey, I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin from Brawl, follower of Tyr.
Hello, everyone. I'm Water. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grey Space.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, an elven wild mage, and she still doesn't know where from.
Hey there, I'm Zach and I play Lafdul Moonglade, a specialty priest and thief multi-class. He's also an elf from Realm Space. Great place for elves. On Evermeet, that is. His gimmick is coming up with fun titles. His current title is, where is it? The Grandiose, Gradatory, Gumptious, Glistening, and Grueling Gem Cutter. I sort of got that one up. Then Twitch. Yeah.
So, before we dive in, the party does have some re-rolls. Currently, Braxon has 0, Finn has 1, Ockar has 1, Lafdul has 1, Leva has 2, Solas has 1, I, the Dungeon Master, have 1, which is a real shame. I definitely deserve all of the rerolls. And
No.
anyone wants to give a reroll to a player, or more importantly to me, you can give 500 bits, and that will get the player or dungeon master of your choice a reroll.
Have
We
you
should
considered?
we should sort of look whom we could give our dungeon master's reroll. So he has 0, and one of us has more than 0.
Nope, they cannot be taken away.
I paid good money for my reroll. You're not touching it.
Well, Anghammarand has given some for Finn. There we go. So that is a 2 for Finn.
Have you considered renaming the reroll a ham roll?
No.
But it would help you with your marketing.
Yeah, it's and there's
Technically,
one
Lafdul
for
got one
Lafdul.
too. We add up all of the bits he's gotten so far.
There we go. All right, so we left off last time. We left off last time. The party had just gotten back to Orvan. There was quite a bit of missed one. There you go. Yep, there we go. That's the appropriate number now. So you'd just gotten back to Orvan, and we're bringing your ship down into dock. And after all the docking, I don't know, it's not maneuvers, it's what do you call it when you're tying off the ship and stuff? I don't know. I'm not a sailor. I should ask someone I know who's a sailor.
If we're taking the big ship, surely we'd be landing in a dry dock, or we'd be coming up in a harbour or something.
Yeah,
Can we call it
you
like
would
mooring or something?
You would be they'd bring you into a dry dock. Moor the ship. Thank you. Yes, that's it. So you moor the ship in a dry dock area. It'll give you ample time to get any repairs done if you want to do so. You will be able to purchase new supplies. However, as you are getting everything squared away, one of the gravs working at the docking facilities does inform you that your basic supplies will be covered.
Oh, nice.
So, Berna Vondar Kovdan, that is Vordon's uncle. He has issued an order that food and water and such like that will be completely covered. You will still need to purchase like special supplies that you want, like spare wood and things like that. But your basic supplies will be covered, and you will also get a full amount of like, basic sailcloth and stuff like that. You'll be fully supplied when you leave. Again, if you want extra stuff after that, that's up to you.
I do want to check up on those materials that I left with the crafts, the on-cake shells, and the roulette stuff.
Mhm.
To see if they're done.
Okay. Before you will have time for that, they've also said that you're free to stay in port as long as you desire. But Vondar Kovdan has requested that you attend a celebratory feast this evening at his keep.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So you'll have a couple hours of if you want to like immediately do anything. Spellcasters will need to, and I mean like the actual purchasing of stuff will take place over the course of the next few days, however long you're here. But you will need to pay the cost of replacing material components.
I think
Yes,
it's
Lafdul.
just me and Finn that has to pay for it, isn't it? Because Solas and Leva teleported back. And they paid it then, I think.
Yeah, did you guys do that?
I think I remember something like that.
Okay, then yeah.
No
Yes.
idea.
I'm
Don't
saving
remember.
you money, so be grateful.
Yeah, so it's just Lafdul and Finn then, and and Ockar.
How much is it?
Spellcasting level times the level of spells you have times 10. So I think for you it's just not 10 times just GP. I think
2 gold per max spell level, max caster level.
Yeah, there you go.
And this is gold pieces?
Yeah,
It's
so for
gold
you, I think
pieces.
it's you have 2 first level spells.
2 first level spells, and I'm only a second level caster.
Yeah, so you're looking at 4 GP.
I'll pay it.
If someone could just PM him the formula so you can write that down.
That's what my old one is, but I'm updating it to a new one.
I have a
'cause I've
macro
got
for that if
priests.
anyone wants it.
Oh.
Just give it to me, please, so I can keep track of it.
Yeah, I'll take the macro. She does good macros.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Yeah, just give it to me. I'll add it in later.
Yeah. Big Mac's cost for replacing his material components will be 0 gold pieces.
Well, yeah.
It's all
Can I just give him a macro that gives a result that results in 0?
Thank you, Finn.
This is the benefit of being a Ptah worshipper. It's far cheaper than these inferior religions. It costs more money.
I have to say I'm a bit jealous about those low cost that I see others paying.
I'm only barely a spellcaster, dude.
I'm almost paying 200 gold pieces.
As I said, if you want to micromanage your spell components, it would almost certainly be cheaper, but that is up to you.
No, this is fine. I'm barely paying anything.
No, this is okay. Micromanaging it. We micromanage enough already.
Yeah, this is a nightmare.
All right,
Mine's
so
gone up to 90 gold now.
with that, is there anything anyone like feels that they urgently need to do before the feast?
And the only thing I want to do is check up on other crafting supplies, but that can wait.
Yeah.
Well, since there's a few hours before the feast, Solas will take the opportunity and look for cleaning himself off of all the adventuring dirt and such, and relaxing in a bathhouse, if there's one.
Yeah, I suppose Lafdul would go to a bathhouse as well. Lafdul has a couple of outfits. I've still got the other one though if he wants it, where the nice tailored outfits when we went to the Shao meeting. Paid like 100 gold for them. It should be suitable dinner attire. One was a female outfit, one was a man's outfit.
I suppose Braxon needs to go see if there's a shop that sells gauntlets or helmets. But he doesn't necessarily have to do it before the meeting.
You would have to commission anything because they do not make it, like they do not make anything for your body shape by default.
Can Ockar rent one out and just make him one?
The problem
He's
is
an
it'll
armourer.
take time. It'll take time though.
Still takes time, yeah.
Is it
That's the
faster
problem.
because Ockar's familiar with it?
I'd have to go look at the armor crafting rules.
What about magic ones? Do they magically change shape to fit you?
Yes. You're not going to find anything like that here. They within reason. Like, you still are not going to be able to wear Storm Giant gauntlets.
Okay.
Magical Storm Giant gauntlets.
Yeah, so I was so sad when you gave Higimus the giant gauntlets of thievery. They were too big for me.
What is he trying to do?
I was like, I'll give everything up for those items that I cannot use.
What is Braxton trying to do that you need the forge for?
Braxton needs a new helmet and gauntlets because he's melted.
The melt was shattered apart.
Well, I could, if I had the materials, I could maybe attempt to use that bowl to like soften metal to try to forge one for you.
Oh, would that work on the ship?
Well, no, because you'd still need a forge.
Right.
I need like a anvil and stuff, but I thought I could like heat the metal in the bowl so I could forge it that way.
No, that melts.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
you're going to cast something that
we can make you a cast iron helmet that way.
Cast tree. It would be very, it'd be heavy, brittle.
It might not be the best. That's probably not the best decision, though.
I mean, anything's better than nothing. Just get something leather for now.
I think you might want to focus on getting like a leather, like leather gloves and a leather cap for now, if you really want something to protect your head.
Yeah, they might have to make it to order, and it'd be how quickly they can make it.
I mean, I'm perfectly
leather
fine.
Leather would be faster than metal, trust me.
I'm perfectly fine with you having leather gloves and a leather helmet, like, already socked away in your room.
Yeah.
At this point, non-magical stuff is
redundancies.
Kind of, I mean, it's a drop in the bucket to any of your normal expenses and stuff like that. You guys all have changes of clothes and stuff like that. Whether you take it with you on a trip, that's something that you would need to specify. But on the ship, you guys got plenty of changes of clothes and stuff like that.
Okay. So Braxton's going to start looking. Braxton's going to start looking like a World War II fighter pilot.
It's not like we are going to be simulating our gear management to the individual socks level.
I can see the meme channel is going to be filling up with people wearing leather helmets.
So there is a bathhouse that you can visit. That'll be 2 gold pieces each.
I'll use it.
They will need to you'll need to kind of like go in turns and stuff like that because
they don't have a bigger one.
Yeah, you're using like special, like they need to set it up for you for your use.
I'm sure we can do it for
nice relaxing hot bath.
I'll take the first bath.
And the order doesn't matter. The water is highly mineral rich, so it does feel quite soothing and stuff like that.
You say mineral rich is full of sulfur.
Not that mineral.
I mean, it's probably all a little bit.
All right, so once that's all done, you feel the grime of the recent adventures washed off.
And there are multiple sponges in here. Lafdul stealing a sponge is a holy symbol.
Okay.
If there are multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plenty of sponges.
Lafdul has a very delicate holy symbol.
And
You guys squeeze
from
the water
boots
out
to-
to his spells.
From boots to sponge.
I mean, you know, whatever
that's an
works.
upgrade.
Whatever works. So once you are clean, you dress in whatever you feel is appropriate for such an occasion that you own. You all make your way up to the keep. In addition, Margoth, Nor, Nemeriel, Tsunfayun, and Lenelius have also been invited.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically like, you know, all of the important people on your vessel.
Yeah.
And I guess
no,
the rest of the crew just gets shore leave.
Yes.
we got enough people guarding our prisoners. Not unless we
Did they
can tie the
invite
ground up
Glau?
for a day.
Yeah, true.
They did
invite
not
Glau?
invite Glau.
Oh,
Will they mind if Glau comes?
They would not, but Glau will beg off and say that he is going to go try and make some surreptitious visits to the bakeries.
Okay.
we should get him some treats. We've been
Yeah.
neglecting that.
Yeah.
I mean, he understands that in a combat, you know, environment, he's not going to be
that's
getting
like
his
a subtle
goodies.
hint.
Glau say, well, good luck with that. When we get back, we'll have to make some time to go around and look at some star charts and things, if you're interested.
So you are led into a dining hall. The dining hall is toasty warm from some fires, giving it a comforting feel. The walls feel heavy around you, however, so it does feel a little close and claustrophobic. And you kind of have to sit on cushions rather than chairs like the rest of the attendees, who are all Grav. And you're like sitting cross-legged at a low table that is high enough for the Grav to sit at. Margoth is the only one who is able to sit in a chair there. Everyone else has to sit on a cushion pulled up to the table. But the feast begins with a toast from Vondar Kovdan. He toasts to your efforts and the success against the Cuirair. He does note that it will be a continuing effort because they have not all been defeated. But he, you know, with the new forces that are coming into the sphere, they still are weeks away from getting here to the asteroid belt, but they are on their way. And he says they're already beginning to spread out and like hunt for straggling vessels and stuff like that. But there is still a celebratory atmosphere. There's cheers at your names being read out and stuff like that. Everyone toasts. They have given you guys drinks that have been filtered, so they're not as gritty in texture as the things that you tried before. But there's still a little bit of mineral content that you probably would prefer not to have in it in your drinks. But they are otherwise good.
We're not at the
They're
point where
alcoholic.
people enjoy drinking mineral water yet.
Well, and it's not just mineral water. I mean, it's like mineral water used in things like beer and wine and ale and stuff like that. Food is brought out. There's plenty of vegetables, favoring roots and tubers, potatoes, carrots, that kind of thing. You got your choices of various soups, stews. There's roasted meats, all kinds of things like that. Plenty of things for you to eat. The bread is thick and unleavened. Very, very, very heavy. So while all the rest of the Grav are enjoying copious amounts of that bread, most of you could probably only have a little bit before it's like, okay, that's weighing heavily in my stomach, kind of thing.
Solas tries a bit of everything.
Whether you enjoy it or not, that's going to be up to you. It's all well prepared. It's all obviously done to Grav tastes as opposed to your tastes. So I will leave that to you guys as to whether you are enjoying it or not.
Lafdul will make a comment that's like, I've seen humans eat this kind of food when they want to bulk themselves up. They eat very dense food. Lafdul will just make an out of character comment, sort of, not out of character, you know.
Well, Grav are pretty dense. They are pretty bulky for their size. Like, dwarves are known to be dense and bulky for their size. These guys outweigh them. And being a little bit shorter, too. But there's conversation around, you know, many of the Grav are asking you for, you know, various details or tales of what you were doing here, or even tales of what you've done before, and you're happy to share much of that. They don't have, like, bardic entertainment or anything of that nature. It really is primarily talking and local storytelling and stuff like that. And they share some stories with you guys as well.
We won't tell
Oddly
them any
enough,
of the
or
classified
maybe
stuff.
not, they mostly seem to orient around mining. What were you saying, Braxon?
We wouldn't tell him anything secret.
Right.
We've done a few secrets.
Quick, far, far away.
And they're mostly interested, like, no one seems particularly interested in, like, details about how to get places. They're just looking for good stories.
Yeah. Well, we'll tell them about our friends that live on a big abandoned magical dwarven citadel who are lizard people.
Lafdul's clearly painting a very biased picture of Julia. So when she steals stuff, she's a terrible person.
Solas regales the tale of Lafdul and the crow.
I will tell them about how I knocked a dragon from the very skies.
So they are quite entertained by your stories, and them giving stories in return, which, like I said, all seem to revolve around mining.
Solas still listens interested.
I'll listen along.
Solas even asks questions occasionally.
Yep.
Finn will chat with a few of them about his homeworld of Ginsil and the marble trade there.
All right. Yep. They will be very interested in the marble trade. Certainly, they're quite knowledgeable about stones and minerals and metals. Solas, were there any specific questions that you wanted to ask, or is that mostly just like in-game characterization?
Yeah, it's in-game characterization. Basically, due to Solas being engineer, he asks a few things here and there about their mining engineering.
All right. There don't seem to be a whole lot of things that you can like take for your own knowledge kind of thing, because they so heavily rely on their own skill at manipulating gravity to do things.
Well, this is mostly in how other people might do things with the other ways.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's certainly interesting, but it's like, you know, there aren't too many lessons for yourself because of that.
Yeah.
I wonder if they stack things like what's that stacking game when you pull stuff out of a pillar? Like Jenga?
Jenga?
Jenga.
Yeah.
I wonder if they stack things like that so it like balance because they manipulate gravity. It just fits in place.
They like most of the actual storage of stuff they leave to the miners themselves.
I'll be right back.
And the people that you're talking with are mostly nobles and elites in various high-level positions, like overseeing mining operations as opposed to getting into the nitty-gritty of it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a pseudo-related question. I mean, because mining, obviously, they find gems and stuff. I'll make an inquiry to use the known gem count or stonecraft carving. Various professions. I want to try and learn stone carving, so maybe spend a few days here learning what I can, and obviously trade on them on the ship.
Yeah, I mean they can easily point you out to point you in the direction of some people down in the city who would be that you could talk to and get pointers from or lessons or something along that nature.
Is any one of them more of the scholarly type?
Yeah, there are. There are a few house wizards, and there are some other priests of their deity here.
Yeah, Solas would engage in lengthy conversations in various topics of interest with them.
They especially like philosophical or problem-solving type stuff. So if that's what you'd be, that's where most of the conversations would tend to go.
Yeah, Solas is very well interested in those topics.
Okay. So over the course of the evening, the feast begins to wind down, and it's finally formally concluded. Vondar asks your party to follow him into another chamber. He has a few things that he wishes to say to you. Vordon and Genva will also accompany you. And once there, he says, "I apologize, I will not have much time to speak with you following this night. There is a lot that I need to be working on, hunting down the remaining Cuirassier and organizing parties and everything like that. But I did want to express my personal thanks to all of you for what you have done. I have ordered a reward to be delivered to you, to your vessel, tomorrow.
Thank you.
Should be more than suitable to cover expenses going forward and repairs to your vessel and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
And I have also, as you should have already been informed, your vessel will be supplied completely for free when you leave, so that you can continue your journey as well prepared as we can make it.
Thanks again.
Yes.
And of course, you are welcome to spend as long as you desire here. We appreciate the assistance you and your crew have given us. And of course, we will cover your reasonable expenses while you are here as well.
Well, thank you.
That's extremely gracious of you.
Yeah, it would be nice to, not constantly be fighting day in, day out.
It's been a while. Were we ever? We came here to look for the head of the pick, right?
Yeah, head of the pick along the Azure path.
Yeah,
as the way to our next destination, and I thought we were going to get that information when we finish helping them.
Oh, you'd actually already gotten that information.
Oh.
We could have bailed on them, but,
Yeah.
It's been so long, I forgot.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, you could have bailed on them. But it's very, very easy to identify, and I have actually put a mark on the sphere chart so that you can know where you need to take the ship to.
Of course, we never would have abandoned you in your time of need. It is not what we do.
Oh, you have been most steadfast allies, and you are most certainly counted as a friend to House Kovdan.
In other circumstances, I would have called it fun, but a lot of people had their lives at risk, so I won't use that term.
Indeed, indeed.
Well, war is usually not something that is fun, though there can be glory through it.
Once again, on behalf of not just myself and House Kovdan, but of all the Grav people living in this sphere, we thank you most profusely for your assistance. And should you ever need anything from our people again, please do not hesitate to request it. And with that, he gives you a nod and leaves the chamber.
Thank you.
Vordon is still here, and he says, after we returned earlier today, I consulted with some of my brethren, and we think we may have a way to, at least temporarily, alter the outcome of that wheel you discovered. It would be somewhat more beneficial to you.
Really?
Oh.
Flavor perks up.
So he gives a basic description on what they hope to do. They'll be using the some of the gifts of their deity to quote unquote weight the wheel.
I would be fine with that.
And what they can do is change it from being a, like, it would give you an even 50-50 chance for a good outcome.
That sounds better.
Yes,
Yet.
it does.
But
Slightly
only
better for you, though.
temporarily.
Yes, only temporarily.
Oh,
Well, it's better than nothing. I say we do it.
So a certain number of spins, basically. They're not sure how many.
oh, so
Ooh.
it's not time; it spins.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they
I'm
have to
fine
be
with this.
they have to be exercising their powers when the spin is made. So it's something that you're going to be doing like while you're here, and it's not something that like they're not permanently altering the device.
That sounds fine to me.
Yeah, but we should make research notes on it. That we may be able to make future alterations on this device based on what we learn here.
You'd have to turn yourself into a grav.
I mean, there are spells that allow you to do that, but not give you the powers that they
That
have.
might be a
But you
good
can
idea to
emulate their powers.
To let our spellcasters study how you're doing it, and maybe they could devise a spell for future use.
Well, specifically that they're going to be channeling the power of their deity. So
Yeah.
Oh, because he's a
he's a
one
priest.
of the
the
gravis.
powers.
Yeah.
So it's not
Right.
going to be standard gravish powers. It's going to be like MacGuffin powers
literally
for this
weighing up.
specific situation.
But what I meant was, had the spellcasters observed, maybe they could spell research a spell that could replicate the effect.
Yeah, possibly.
Anything like it's like 9th level, 7th level for the priest mage, maybe. If we're lucky. I mean, a wish probably.
Vordon does say that they'll need at least a day to prepare, so you'll have
That
at least
sounds
a day
fine.
to
I need-
consider it.
I'll need at least a day or so to handle my business.
You say your goodbyes, you know. Who knows
Yeah.
what can happen with this thing? Do we ever get it improved identified? We just got it regular.
You just got it regular identified, I believe.
It's going to turn him into a gnome.
I mean, I'm happy to tell you that like the way it worked with the as it stands right now, it's an 80% chance of a bad result and a 20% chance of a good result. This will
Wow.
just be altering it to 50-50.
I'm fine trying it with the 50-50.
Yeah, Solas isn't going to be touching that wheel.
Thing is, I can mitigate the results in my favor.
Mhm.
I mean, I really should do it once.
I'm going to do it once. I'm going to try it at least once with this
The
new.
thing is, can you afford to lose a stat?
I
What
can
stat?
afford. I can afford to lose a stat in at least a few different areas. The only place that I can't really afford is strength and wisdom, but I could potentially afford it in constitution and intelligence.
What about
What?
charisma?
Charisma might knock me out of my class.
No, you'd
Do you
still
want to
be a
take that
class.
risk?
Yeah, you'd still be the class.
Oh yeah, charisma I could maybe lose a point in.
Wait, do we figure out if it's our prime requisite? For
Yeah,
that?
Oh, you don't know what the exact results are. I mean,
Level
there's a
lost
lot of different
intelligence.
results.
Would an improved identifier tell us?
No.
Braxton's not going to do this unless there's research that indicates it makes you taller.
Braxon, you could become wiser.
I mean, we could just touch the slate to it tomorrow, and we'll know everything.
I'm wise
Mm.
enough not to play with that.
Yeah, that's great wisdom.
Yeah, but the thing is, the dogma that Aravan teaches me that is that you've got to change up your life every now and again, and this is like one of those things that's presented me that can change my life,
Hmm?
and that you should be all for it.
So
Is
so
that-
you're saying that you will be spinning the wheel every now and then.
So Lafdul's saying that out loud. Braxton's gonna clap Lafdul on the shoulder and say, "It's been a pleasure knowing you."
I just don't want
Hopefully,
anybody.
you don't regret those words.
I just don't want anybody to try out this new version of the wheel without Ockar testing it first because he doesn't want the rest of the party, other party members going to a dangerous situation without him.
I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen to us? Eh, we die.
I mean, the worst thing that can happen can't actually happen to Lafdul unless his player intentionally chooses the bad option. So
Oh, you're letting me choose the three options I get.
no, I mean yeah, you get the choice. You can choose between three options.
All right. Oh, I get three negative outcomes.
Well, yeah, but that specifically allows you to avoid the worst option.
But there's no way to confer what those choices were to the other player. It would only I would ever know that.
Yeah, basically.
It's only for you.
Only you and your god would know, and maybe anyone on Twitch.
So when or if Lafdul even does it, it's likely that I will. Am I going to be in a separate chat so the other players don't know, or what?
We'll see. I'm not too
Are you
concerned.
gonna PM me or something?
I'm not too concerned right now.
Yeah.
I mean, again, the chances are that you will never see an item like this in this campaign ever again. So
Anything that's powerful enough to change your stats is like on an artifact, something made by the gods.
Mm-hmm. Or a book.
Well, I mean, this thing is quite powerful. It's not artifact level though.
No.
No.
I thought. Right.
I mean, the fact that it has good and bad options, there is no version of this that gives you 80% chances of a good option. There's a wheel of fortune and there's a wheel of misfortune. There's no wheel of good fortune.
So we're just weighting this into a wheel of fortune.
Basically.
Well, yeah.
All right, so
I like the 50-50 odds a whole lot better.
with
Yeah,
that, Vordon Genva will depart, and you'll be guided out of the keep. You can head back to your ship. It is late. Good time to go to sleep and get some rest. If anyone wants to change up their spells, of course they can. At this point, within reason, I don't care too much about spell memorization until you're actually like on your way out. So you don't need to worry too much about that.
Did you say? And Braxton's changing the money in the bag. Did you say that nobody could use spells to repair the ship after we got to port.
Well,
Okay.
no, specifically mending.
Right.
Like once
So
you got
I've
to
got
port
shape
and
wood,
did
just-
like once you did everything that you could with mending and you got to port,
Yeah.
everything was everything that could be fixed with mending was fixed. Shape wood doesn't matter because you're taking
So,
wood.
are
and
they
shaping
repairing
it
the ship here for free?
They're not going to repair the ship for free, and they're not going to give you the wood for free. You'll have to buy that.
Yeah.
They will give you a discount on repairs if you want that, and that will be a lot faster, but it's still expensive.
The only
Uh,
shape woods like it
I leave
takes
that up
a-
to the captain.
Well, we're still quite a bit down on the ship.
I've got
so,
4 shape woods memorized at the moment anyway.
Yeah, we've got to buy wood to do the shape wood.
Yeah, and it's 50 gold pieces per hull point.
Right. So we are. Hang on. Where is the ship?
So one thing that you can do is that, like, if you want to
Where-
use shape wood to fully repair the ship,
Yeah.
then just multiply the hull points that you need
21.
by 50,
Yeah.
and that's how much you spend on that, and then you can decide on how much stock you want to put on board after that. But before we do that, first thing the next morning, one of the floating barges comes heavily armed, heavily guarded, and there are a number of strong boxes, fairly large strong boxes aboard, and the Grav begin carrying them up. A Grav in charge asks for the captain as they are arriving.
Mm-hmm.
And after you get there, Braxon, he hands you a key that will fit all of the locks on it, and he allows you to open it up so that you can inspect the strong boxes. Inside, you will find, so there's a total of 4 strong boxes, and they're big strong boxes, and inside you find 2 of them are filled with gold ingots, and the other 2 are filled with silver ingots. And there are a total of 50 ingots of each.
So these are like trade bars?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah,
The silver
add
ingots
it
are
to
worth
that.
100 gold pieces each, and the gold ingots are worth 1,000 gold pieces each.
Damn.
50 of
Decent
each.
reward.
So 50 silver and 50 gold.
So about 55,000 was it?
I'm adding it into the gems and
Damn.
jewelry.
This could cover an entire payment on the asteroid. Right?
I have no idea.
Probably not. In addition, they bring up a small coffer. The same key works on that. Opening that, there are sacks of gold coins, and he informs you that there's a total of 1,000 gold pieces there. And basically, he says that the ingots are the primary reward, and the coins are for any minor expenses any immediate minor expenses you have.
Questions to the party.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually more of a question to Finn, actually. I actually answered, because this is like, should I add this, or should this be added to our company funds? I mean, because at the moment, I've added it into the ingot section under gems and jewelry, where we're all stalling.
He put a comment there.
He did.
I mean,
If you
it's
find it
essentially
valuable, we can give it to him.
I can remove it. I don't know if we're supposed to keep ingots separate from currency.
that's kind of up to you, but you do need to like. You
That's
should
why
keep
I put it
track of
as
how many
ingots.
there are, but this is gold piece value. Like crew is going to be owed some of this. You guys would get cuts, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Like this
I
is
think it should
this
get
is
to
company
the
reward.
common. Yes, it should go to company funds and have the company fund keeper
Oh, yeah, I mean,
calculated out. So we don't need to actually enter it in our black hole because we don't. It's not something we distribute to other people.
no, that's not what I was indicating. All right, just add it to company.
Isn't the crew paid based on how much we get? They get a take, don't they? So we got to skim
Yep.
that off before we put things in the company funds.
I mean, if like all the players agree that they don't want like that they want this money to go into the company funds after the crew gets a cut, that's fine. I don't care about that. But that's up to the players, kind of thing. The crew still gets a cut out of this, as if you were distributing it all normally.
Yeah. We've also had some of the important NPCs help us, so they should probably get a share.
Well, I mean, they like because all of the crew gets wages, including the important NPCs,
Right.
or the hired NPCs, and then when there's a crew cut of treasure, that is also going to the named NPCs. They're getting a larger share of that, but it's also one of those things that you guys don't need to micromanage exactly how much that is.
Yeah.
It's
It's for the best.
yeah. I mean that money, like conceptually, just vanishes off the face of the world. But they're getting money out of that. If you want to give extra rewards, that's up to you guys.
Mhm.
Well, they fought hard on a ship. What does everyone think?
I don't know. I think that they basically earned what we're paying them, and we're paying them a lot.
Yeah. Bonuses make people happy, though.
It's something you can discuss. You don't have to discuss right. Like you don't. You can discuss it in between
That's true.
sessions. That's fine.
That's true.
So with that, Ockar, you'll head out and check on the onkeg shells and the boule carapace sections. Yeah. And those are all prepared for you. They've all been dried and dressed and everything like that, and ready to be used for whatever you want to use them for.
Solas would also check on the alchemist since he left the bits and pieces of the creatures he took to be prepared for so that they stay longer, like the eyes and the Amber Hulk claws.
Everything, yeah, anything that any of you left, that's all ready and prepared. I think you all paid for it in advance, so I don't think you owe anything on
If I remember right, it was 3 onkeg shells I gave them.
Yeah, let me see. I have that written down somewhere.
Oh, I should have given them the broken spyglass to repair.
Might be able to get
Yeah, I
another
think you
one,
had two small and one large shell. One large, 3 small. I'm sorry.
I think you only needed the lenses for the spyglass.
So 3 small, 2 large,
No,
or
3
1
small,
large.
1 large.
And let's see, the small. So, and I was planning on using this to make armor. So, would I have? How much would it be consumed if I were using it to make archaic plate?
I would say you'd probably need to use 1 large and 1 small, but you probably can't make that on the ship. You'll probably need actual downtime, like with facilities, appropriate facilities, and everything like that.
Okay, and what would I be able to use a small for?
Just about anything else that you could use
Helmet,
carapace for. I mean, it's up to you.
I guess shield or helmets then.
Well, the full suit of armor would include all of that. Well, not the shield, but all of that. But yeah,
I know I
you
was gonna
you
use.
could use
I
1
know I was gonna
small.
use the bullet shells for shields.
Yeah, you could also use the small Ankeg shell for to make a shield.
Okay.
What about making armor for Beowulf?
I don't think you could make that kind of armor for a wolf like that. And you'd probably need 2 larges anyway, because he's a big wolf.
Yeah, I think best armor Beowulf could get is probably something like
Chain
studded,
barding?
chain barding or studded barding.
Yeah.
Probably
So
studded because I mean he's a wolf. He's not like
Yeah.
horses are very good at carrying weight. Wolves are not.
Mm-hmm.
for now, I'm just gonna be storing these onto the ship until I have a proper facility.
Mhm.
Which is probably not gonna be until we make it the brawl.
Quite possibly. And I mean, the time is actually the bigger thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I remember correctly, it's about the same amount of time to make any other sort of plate armor. So you're looking at many weeks.
I did have a thought of maybe taking these to the giants who I know could make plate armor.
That's half a galaxy away.
Well, I mean, on Brawl, people can make it into armor as well. So
True, but I was like, they can make it into magic armor. But yeah, fair enough.
Find a mage
that's always something to consider.
or a priest.
Yeah.
All right, anything
I'm
anyone?
probably not going to forge it myself. I'm probably going to take the materials of somebody else because I'm not. I after my last set of making plate armor, I know that I am very limited in my skills.
I mean, the good thing about having the armor is that, like, basic stuff like making sure that, like repairs and stuff like that, that's all, like,
Yeah.
no
I
check
mean, once
required
you've
kind of thing.
made it, unless it gets entirely destroyed, it will always be that good once you've made one successful.
Yeah. But for now, I think I'm just going to keep the pieces, and when I find if we end up at a place where we're probably going to be there for a few weeks, like if we're going back to Brawl or something, I'll see about getting somebody to forge in armor then.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do that back on Bro, I mean, situation allowing, we should have some downtime.
Yeah. On Brawl, yeah, but I just need even if we just leave it on Brawl, we could probably go away for a few weeks and come back and it'll be ready for us.
Well, what I haven't told you is that I plan on leaving the group for a little while. Not permanently. One more, bro. I mean, given obviously, if we're in a situation where obviously such a scenario is applicable for me, I want to visit my family and I'm going to charter a ship and just go back home for a while. So obviously, it depends on a lot of things. Obviously, I can't just up and leave if you're in the middle of something. And but that's something to consider because obviously I'll be gone for like months, but you need months to make armor.
Well,
People need
I wasn't
months to
planning on,
do spell research.
well, like I was saying, I wasn't planning to personally craft the armor myself.
I mean, you should have more faith in your own abilities. I mean, yeah, you may not be the best, but it's more rewarding if you make it yourself. You can say you made this armor.
Well, that's something that can be discussed at the time. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I understand my own limitations, and I want it to be expertly made, not by because based on
Fair
my
enough.
own creation, the armor that I made is functional, but even I know that it's not perfect, and I would rather have somebody with a more deft hand work on this because it's a very exotic material.
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, again, it's something that can be discussed at the time when you can actually do it. So, so the crew is absolutely expecting a number of days of shore leave here at this point.
Of course.
Yeah.
How many exactly? That's up to you guys to discuss.
We've got to do 21 whole points worth of shape woods. So the bare minimum is how often the spellcasters are willing to
At the
cast
moment,
that.
I have 4 memory, so I will just cast 4.
Well, again, I'm
Each.
fine. You like
No?
just saying that happens over the course of the
Alright,
shore
fair
leave.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
I just meant that there's a minimum time that we can stay here, even if people want to rush.
I think maybe a week of shore leave would be fine.
Does that sound good to everyone? Stay here a week?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to give the crew a break.
Okay.
Yeah.
A level
Old.
with a book.
Yeah, I'm unsurprised there. Yes, Solas.
During the downtime here that we spent before leaving, Solas would seek out Geneva to learn the MILF's minute meteors and also commission the tube needed for it.
Didn't you want to identify us?
Also, Solas would talk with Geneva and Fordon. Basically, he would imply that he has come to think of them as a friend and be somewhat interested in the happenings of this sphere even after we leave. So if it would be okay for them, he would like to basically teach again what a dream spell and basically agree on perhaps once a year time to contact each other to change news.
Genva is more than happy to teach you the Mel's Minute Meteor spell, and they definitely appreciate being considered a friend, and they consider you a friend as well. Let me see what Genva has. Hold on a second.
Can she even cast 5th level spells? She could do 4th.
Yeah, Genva can't cast 5th level spells, so...
Well, then if they have someone else who can relay this information back and forth, then he would teach the dream spell to them.
They will say that, I mean, if you encounter Grav and you give him a letter, it'll eventually reach them.
Well, sure.
Sounds invasion. You're asking Magic Man to write some pen and paper.
I'm asking Bookman to write with pen and paper.
Finn is going to see if he can locate a tailor that could modify that cloak he got from the cube.
Okay. Let's see. Yes.
Wouldn't Braxon also want that?
I mean, once Finn gets done, he can go tell Braxon. Let's see. Given that it is a magical material and they're going to want to be extremely careful, and it is a body type that they don't usually work with, they're going to charge you 100 gold pieces because they need to, like, all the materials that they use needs to be, like, properly prepared.
Okay.
And if Braxon wants the same thing, that'll be 100 gold as well.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. 100 gold to do what?
Modify the cloak to so you can wear it.
Oh, yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you. So I was checking ship stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Anything else that you're interested in, Finn? There is some wildernessy areas. I mean, most of the area around the town is agrarian, but there are some small forests and stands of trees if you need anything out there.
Well, one thing he did want to do was visit a few of the nearby farms and test. I gotta find the name of the spell again now.
Like one of the plant growth type spells?
Yep.
Or... Yeah.
Actually, plant growth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. The second use that will, if if the saving throw is successful, or in my favor, I guess I don't know exactly how that works, then they would see an increase in yields between 20 and 50% for one season.
All right. Are you making the saving throw?
It says the DM secretly makes a saving throw based on the caster's level to see if the spell takes effect.
So yeah, I think that is your saving throw. What is your saving throw versus spell?
Save versus spell is... completely unmodified, it's a 12.
Okay. And how many of these spells do you want to cast?
Well, I'll do it in one day, so that would probably be 4.
Okay.
Because that's how many third level spells I can memorize.
Is a successful saving throw good, or does it need to fail?
It actually doesn't say.
All right, probably does need to save then. Needs to make the save. Okay, that's a third level spell.
Oh, actually, there's a thought. Would you have mentioned this at all, Finn?
Probably would have mentioned he's going out to see what he can do to help farms in the area.
Lafdul, I can't play you because there's something I can teach. Something I forgot about. And I need an appropriate environment to teach you how this spell works.
Okay.
So I would be attempting to, obviously depending on the environment I am in, I will be teaching him the allergy field spell.
Yeah, that's fine. There's plenty of wildflowers around.
So I pick some unfortunate Grav children to be victim.
I mean, you don't have to actually demonstrate the spell.
Oh, all right.
You just basically are describing it and giving the proper ritual prayers for requesting the spell of a deity kind of thing.
Since is the only one that can use nature magic.
Alright, so that's a level 1 spell?
Yeah, this is the first level spell.
Okay.
The spell that I forgot I had.
Alright, so, yep,
So
Finn.
what's the effect of that spell?
Essentially, they get a -1 to this. Obviously, I'll point you to the spell book where it is, but it gives them a -1 to their attack rolls and saving throws, I believe. That's going off the top of my head because it's in this pre-spell compendium, and I've never actually cast a spell game.
I could have sworn you did at one point.
No, I remember asking you about it because I thought about casting it on the Pixies on Green Shed at one point. But I don't think I did. Obviously, any frost cancels the effect instantly. Like an ice storm, in the area. I will see if I can cast a spell, and I will just see what Finn is up to while I'm obviously teaching him up. So I knew, like, nature magic, but my nature magic's very limited, so I'm very curious to see how Finn deals with nature magic, per se.
Alright. Okay, so the following day, Vordon will stop by and inform you that he and some of his brethren of the faith have come up with the they're prepared whenever you're ready to try out the wheel, if you guys want to.
The Wheel of Fate, the Wheel of Doom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd like
Wheel
to
of Doom.
try the wheel.
I like that. I like that name.
I'd like to try the wheel once they have it balanced.
Sure, what's life
Yes.
living? I'm going to spin the wheel as well.
Levelville as well.
Heaven forbid Lafdul loses
Can I-
dexterity.
Can I spend a reroll to on the wheel?
Yep.
Wait,
to
we're
try-
allowed that?
Yep.
Yes,
yeah,
Lever
to try
had
to
that.
get the better of two results.
All right, yeah, no, I'm definitely using rerolling.
Yeah,
How
so
many-
I'm
how
going to
many
give it a
reroll?
shot, and I'm going to spend my reroll on this to try to get the better whatever result I get.
Okay. What were you asking, Leva?
She forgot. I forgot how many rerolls we have.
You have 2.
Oh, right. Yes, she will use the wheel.
How many do I have? I have 2 or 1.
You have
Ockar's
2.
going first, just to give this a test, and then I'll let the others go.
Okay.
You not going to say a prayer to
I am
Tyr?
saying a prayer to Tyr for good luck.
Do you
Finn
have any
will,
one of... Oh.
Finn will stop you just before you spin it and cast Choose Future on you.
Okay.
Is that the same as a reroll?
Is that what that does?
Effectively, yeah. It's whatever. Well, it does specifically say normal attack roll, initiative roll, or saving throw, but
And I choose the roll I prefer, but that doesn't apply to here.
Let me take a quick look at the spell. I would not allow that to be cumulative with a reroll, so it'd be one or the other. Which, I mean, that's functionally what it does anyway. So that's fine. It allows you to save an actual purchased reroll. So let me take a quick look at Choose Future.
It specifically calls out attack rolls, initiative rolls, or saving throws.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it
that's
also
not-
like it sometimes it does that kind of thing as an example, and B as like, this is what we figure people will use it for. We don't really expect them to do it for other things just because we didn't think of
Okay,
it.
true.
What's the
and I
best
wanna
of 2
read
results?
I'm
to
fine
see
with
if
using
that
this if you'll allow it.
makes sense. Yeah, I just need to check it.
Never argue with a GM when he's helping you.
hmm
You always argue if you laugh.
I was just getting clarification.
Just
Otherwise
waiting for
we'll-
Lafdul to jinx it.
Yeah,
Otherwise
so
we'll
I would
waiting.
I would allow this in addition for anything that is a very brief in time roll. So like there isn't enough of a description here, and that's unfortunate. But it seems reasonable to say like this is the kind of thing that you should be able to cast if someone is just about to jump a chasm, kind of thing, and they're making a dexterity
like
check.
anything that would be like a 1-round action.
Yes,
Sounds good to
Within
me. We'll
reason.
do it.
within reason.
I'll allow him to cast Choose Future on me for this and save the reroll.
Question?
Yes.
Alternate reality, would that work in that way too?
How many can we stack the cards against? Oh.
So generally, I would especially in this case, I would not want stacking. I would probably say I'm going to look to see if I will allow it for this thing.
You would
But,
have to.
If I do
you got
allow
a
it for this
negative.
thing, then I would say it's not cumulative with
reroll.
one of these other spells.
Hmm.
I'm fine with it being a one spell effect at a time for this.
Yeah.
Try too many things and the magic might strike you back. for trying to abuse it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say I wanted
fireballs
to
and
use
tight
it on
corners.
Ockar. I didn't say I wanted to use it on Ockar. It was just a general question. Could she use it on the with the wheel?
Any one event
Because-
attempted by the recipient during the previous round is recalculated. So again, it is that kind of thing of a one-round action can be redone. It's after the fact.
So that would be a yes.
Yeah, but
So-
again, if you've already gotten a choose future or a reroll, it's not going to work. So this would only work on someone who has not done anything; they've just done a straight roll.
The way that she explained it is that she doesn't want to use it on me. She would use it on herself or somebody else instead of using a reroll.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just saying that like
But-
it's not going to be cumulative with that, but you can use it after the fact.
So, but in difference to the others, if you decide to use a reroll, you announce it beforehand. You say I use a reroll, and you roll both.
Yeah,
But with alternate, that's partly why I'm asking. With alternate reality, you don't announce beforehand you're going to use it. You sort of have your roll, and it's something bad, and you go, oh no, and then you cast alternate reality.
yeah.
Right, and I'm saying that for this wheel, I'm not going to allow alternate reality to work
Okay.
if someone has gotten a choose future or a reroll.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt the wheel with a choose future,
Okay.
and I'm going to pick whichever result is better for me.
Okay. Do you want high or low?
It's 50-50, so I'm gonna go with high.
Okay. So I will roll 2 D100s. Actually, you know what? Let me do this. Since it's you've chosen high, you go ahead and give me 2 D100s.
Oh, great!
So everyone
Okay.
can see what's rolled.
This is more fun, and you have only yourself to blame.
I can't watch. Oh,
Okay.
Mm,
Let's see what happens.
uh,
Let's see what happens.
So does that mean if someone doesn't do a reroll, and Lever tries to bail them out, she does the reroll?
I don't actually know how that would work.
I'm
That's
done
why I
with this
asked
wheel.
before to clear this up, because it is in some ways unfair doing it with alternate reality. Here he just
I
rolled
can't
twice.
roll.
So Ockar, you feel your pack lighten slightly, or a pouch or something like that. One of your potions has disintegrated.
Oh, that's better than I had hoped.
Yeah, I think you
take
got
that.
I think you literally got the least bad option that you possibly could.
I'll take that. I'm backing away from the wheel very quickly.
All right, so you can delete an item.
All right, so you should have a ceramic flask filled with a thin brown, sweet-smelling liquid. It is a potion of healing.
Yeah. I'll just get rid of the potion of healing.
The specific
I
potion
just
of
get rid of
healing.
it. Yes.
No, not just any potion of healing, the specific one that Old mentioned.
Levi is still concentrating.
And I'm
Never
backing
heard of-
away quickly. Somebody else can try.
That might be the only potion of healing he has. I don't know.
This wheel doesn't like me.
So Finn will cast a choose future on himself and give it a shot.
Okay. You want high or low?
I'll go for high.
Okay. Give me 2 D100s.
Oh, that's more than two.
Oh God! Can we just go for low?
Oh, interesting.
Actually, you know what? I just realized that Ockar did not get the worst option. I mean, the best option the least bad option, I should say. There is one that's actually arguably slightly less bad.
Look, losing a point of healing is better than losing a stat point.
Conveniently enough, Finn, all of your non-magical items disintegrate, not money, and not clothing.
Phew.
Okay.
That means like arrows and stuff, and
Only
weapons.
what I would have on me, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I lose. Actually, we're on the ship and not at battle, so I wouldn't even have arrows on me. Wouldn't have my backpack on me. Spell components might be interesting.
Yeah, you're gonna need to spend the spell component fee again.
Okay. Other things, I was gonna say I wouldn't have had much on me, so you said non-magical.
Yeah. And if you want to say that you spend an extra 50 gold pieces to just replace anything that was lost, I'm perfectly fine with it. And then you don't have to like go through everything.
Lafdul?
Sure.
You want- Do you want to spend your reroll, Lafdul?
Lafdul, want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
In that case, Leo's still concentrating.
I will use a reroll.
Okay.
Let's see if re-rolling will have a completely different odds, and I will still go high.
All right.
You fool.
2d100.
Holy crap!
Okay.
Barely.
Barely.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't know what those are, though. That's the thing.
I mean, really, this is the best kind of roll that you could do with a reroll for this. Cause
Oh yeah, I've got opposite ends.
he got opposite ends.
But he called high.
Right, but
Yeah.
but that's like if he
Well.
had called low, then he still would have gotten it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what I called.
Okay.
You gonna tell me all the results, or are you just gonna pick?
'Cause
I
I
get a
need to
choice
think of
three.
how to put this.
That's what I'm saying. To put it in another chat, if I go in a separate chat room, the audience knows. I know.
Nah, I'm okay. I'm not too concerned.
It's 1 point of nice.
Yeah, I just think it's
So-
going to influence the other players once they know. Once it does.
You sense that you can get an assortment of coinage, an assortment of gems, or a piece of jewelry.
Gems, jewelry, or coin. I'm a gem cutter. Gems, I guess.
Okay. You find one of your packs or pouches feels like not the belt, not the but a normal non-magical pouch. Feels a little bit heavier, and inspecting that, you find that there are 10 garnets in there, cut and faceted, that were not there before. And let me.
They're already cut.
They're
I'm
already
disappointed.
cut. They're already cut.
I want to cut them myself. 10 garnets. How much? I don't even know how much garnets go for.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You-
check something. Give me a second.
You just look in the gift horse in the mouth.
Now Lafdul pulls out in his pouch. It's like, oh, I have these garnets. Don't you normally seem to acquire things you don't normally have, Lafdul? What's new here?
Okay. Leva, do you want to try?
Hold on just a second. Hold on. Let me finish up with Lafdul. Okay. Okay. Lafdul, your proficiency is 14. Appraisal?
My appraisal. Yes.
Okay. Each of these is they're the exact same, same
Yeah.
cut, and as far as you can tell, they all appear to be the like virtually identical. Each one is worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Hmm,
Wow,
not
10,000.
bad.
Okay, I just hit the money load. Lafdul's like, yeah, this thing's great. You should keep spending it.
Are we adding head to the loot pool then?
Oh no, that's
No,
his.
this is mine.
That's
Okay.
his.
Yeah, because
That's just Lafdul. He won that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
played the game and he won.
You want to go for it, Leva? Go ahead.
So Leva is not using a reroll, but she is taking she puts everything away after seeing what happened to Ockar and Finn. She puts everything away except the ingredient for alternate reality if necessary. And so she is going to try it. Is it a D100? She concentrated the whole time on wanting to get more intelligence.
Question, Lever.
All right. So
Mhm.
first, you're trying to control the outcome. So you're trying to get it to spin and land on a white wedge.
Yes.
But Braxon had a question.
Yeah, Lever.
Mhm.
Unless you, what happens if it demands something of you, but you don't have anything on you?
It hasn't demanded anything of me yet, and
I know. But
oh,
shouldn't you?
okay.
Shouldn't you
It's
put
okay.
something
It's
in your
risk I
pocket?
take. It's the
Okay.
risk I
Find
take.
out.
Just let her deal for it, dude.
So she has her robe and she has the dye she needs, which is not magical, and that's it.
Okay. So the first roll is to see if you control what it lands on.
Mhm.
So go ahead and give me a D100 and let me know before it whether you want high or low.
Hi.
All right.
Poof.
Oh,
Okay.
Ay,
You spin the wheel and it lands on one of the white wedges. Let me see
Okay.
what you cannot control the second part.
Okay.
Oh goody. I need more tables. Give me a second.
Mhm.
oh boy.
Nah, it's not bad.
That's what when the DM says, it's not bad, then is
You
that
got a
the
white
time
wedge.
to get worried?
No.
That's where Lever becomes swole.
She doesn't care about her size.
No, I mean, you make Solas a bit jealous. You're a bit stronger.
Hmm.
What happened last time? You lost intellect and you gained constitution.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
First time I lost intellect, and then the second time I gained constitution, which really disappointed. She was very disappointed in that. She
I
does
wouldn't
not.
be. Constitution's amazing for a wizard, especially when you have things that use up your constitution when you get high level. Like permanency.
Yeah, but she's
Okay.
still at.
You feel one of your pouches grow a little bit heavier. Reaching in, you pull out a medallion, and you instinctively know that this is a medallion of ESP. I will get you details on that later.
Wow.
Oh,
Thank you.
that's pretty good.
Nice.
Nice.
You got magical swag. You can read people's thoughts now, I think, passively.
Do you want to keep going, Leva?
Depends how many times the grab will let us.
It was that there was they didn't know how many spins they could help.
Yeah.
So there's just X number of spins.
She's still a little bit disappointed. She's pleased she didn't lose anything, but she's still a bit disappointed, and she thinks, nah, not today.
Braxon, Solas?
I'm not going to be spinning.
Braxon?
Well, could it give me the powers to be a cleric of Patar?
If it
If you
increased the
boost up your
stats,
wisdom?
Like if it increased
You
one of
never
your
know.
appropriate stats.
Because I think to be a cleric of Ptah, you need to increase that wisdom quite a bit, don't you?
You need
Yeah.
16.
Braxton's gonna put away his magic items and stuff.
He strips again. Braxton, stop taking off your clothes. I mean, just because
He won't
you
strip,
do it
but
for leather.
he'll come in. Braxton does not strip for leather. Stop with the fan fiction.
Sure.
Oh
The amount of times
my.
you remove your clothes.
I mean, technically, it's Leva strips Braxon for herself.
Mhm.
All right, so Braxon,
Let's use the grace to it.
you're gonna be spinning.
Braxton's gonna toss a coin first, and if he tosses the coin high, he'll do it.
So you're gonna roll a 1d2,
Yeah,
and 2 is do it.
yeah. He's doing it.
Just do it. I'll note you
You
do
got
not
this.
have a reroll.
I don't have a reroll, no.
But
Okay.
Leva has alternate
But
reality.
Lever can, if you lose it, then Lever can cast alternate reality on you because she didn't use it for herself.
All right.
I thought
Go
you
ahead,
did.
Braxton.
No,
No,
she
she
didn't.
didn't. She used
Okay.
chaos control or whatever her ability is.
So
Nice.
as soon as it lands on the black, she's using
Oh!
alternate
Did
reality.
you say high or low?
He did
I
not
didn't
say.
say, but I would have gone high.
Well, then, since you didn't say, I'm going to roll a d6.
Okay.
No, it landed on a white.
Nice.
So it landed on a white wedge. And... Give me a second. All right. You find one of your pouches has also gotten a little heavier. And inside, you also find 10 garnets that are perfect duplicates of the ones that Lafdul got. So that is
You rich
10
man.
garnets worth 1,000 gold pieces each.
Oh,
Hmm.
you're 10,000 richer, Braxton.
I think we're
Oh,
all good for today.
thank
No
you.
more gambling needed.
Do remember
Vordon
that
says Vordon and the other priests, they've been concentrating the whole time. They're definitely sweating as they are doing this. The wheel has been shaking as you are spinning it, and they say they don't think that they can do this again another day without destroying the wheel.
Yeah.
Actually, Lever turns around and says, "Do you want to use the wheel
To who?
to vote on and the others, the graphs?"
No,
Does
we are
anyone of
too
theirs-
busy concentrating.
I think she means, do you want us to give you the wheel so you can attempt this yourself at some point?
No, we are uninterested in this device. We
I'm-
I saw your interest in it, however, and thought about ways we could help it, but it is not going to last too much longer, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Do we just use it up until it gets destroyed? I mean, does anyone want to use it when it's extremely bad luck?
Well, question is,
I
how
don't
long
think any of us
can
want to
the
use the bad luck version.
graphs keep going if they're already sweating and?
If
Do you think this could fix Lenalis's leg?
it changes someone's fortune.
Lenelius would not be interested in spinning. Nor Nemariel might. Sunfayun is not. Margoth is not.
I think I'll give it one more spin. Have that alternate reality ready, Leva. I'm gonna take all my stuff off.
Okay.
This time I'm gonna go for low.
Okay.
now you're all high.
Mm-mm.
Rolled
I
low.
rolled low.
It's
Okay,
the
let's
rerolls,
see.
you know.
All right. You feel one of your pouches grow heavier, and a sack with 1,000 gold pieces has appeared in on your belt.
Nice.
I have to get 10%
How
of
the-
that away, don't I?
Yep.
Okay, I take 100 gold pieces out of that, and I place it into another sack and put the rest of it with my gold pieces.
I mean, I'm fine with
Give
you.
to the source.
Like you can just as long as you role play out next time you're in a place where you can donate money. I'm fine with you just subtracting the 10% every time you get money.
That's basically what I'm. That's
Mhm.
basically me RPing that I'm putting 10% of this into another bag that is my tithing bag.
Understood.
How are the grabs holding up? Are they still holding up?
They're still holding up. The wheel is shook a lot more violently with that spin.
I think it's like one more time. I mean,
Let's
I'll
give it
try it.
one more shot. Go
I
ahead,
will
Lafdul.
try it. Have I got one more reroll, haven't I? It'd be my last
Yes, you
one.
do. You have one more reroll.
I will try it with the last reroll, my
Okay.
last one. And I will say, I will actually ask, I will pray. I don't know if this will do it, but I'm asking Aravan to change a beneficial fortune in my favor if it does go my way to help Lenelius. I'm trying to pull on his aspect of change.
Okay. Give me a. Are you rolling high?
I'm rolling low.
Okay. 2d100s.
Go for the 15.
Well, they're both low.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
never mind.
lower.
It doesn't matter. All you
Oh.
need is below 50, or 50 or below, I should say.
I thought lower meant better rewards.
No,
No,
all
no.
all
The
rolls after.
D100 is just to determine whether it's landing on a white wedge or a black wedge.
So a chest full of gold lands on Lenelius' head.
Yeah, no, I just
I'm
asked
joking.
for my fortune to be given to him, if he would allow.
Well, we don't know if that's how the wheel works, so we'll see.
I don't know. Gods are powerful.
Let
I
me
was
see.
asking for him to intervene.
You do not notice any change in yourself or any of your equipment.
Lafdul actually seems quite happy with that result. And he says he doesn't know what has happened, but he says to himself, like, I don't feel any different, but if you have helped, I thank you with all my heart.
Does the wheel break now?
No, but it was shaking extremely violently there.
All right, Lever goes for another one.
All right.
Again, trying to control it.
Okay. First, give me. Are you going high or low?
High.
All right.
Good block. No.
Okay. Then high or low? I'm rolling this time.
High again. All the way.
Okay. All right. It lands on a black wedge
Alternate
and
reality?
violently explodes,
Oh,
showering pieces everywhere.
Did she have used alternate reality to change which wedge it landed on before it exploded?
yes. Could she?
Yeah.
Could she?
Yeah.
Okay, she'll
I mean,
do
you
it.
can use alternate reality, and I roll again.
Yeah.
Okay.
She does that. She just said.
How would you know, Ockar? But she
I heard
does.
you say it.
This time, it lands on a different black wedge
and
and
it's
still explodes.
Hey, it wasn't me
God.
who spoke, so you can't blame me.
I was
Yes,
just
she
making
can't
sure.
blame
I was
you.
just making
She
sure
She
he
can
heard
blame
from
you,
us.
but I can blame Lafdul at any time.
So
You were
I
probably
had
standing
actually.
behind her.
I had actually gotten your least valuable magic item disintegrates.
Which one is that?
Well, I mean, it's just one of
Consumable.
the black results. And because it
Phenomenal.
needed, like, this thing was just about ready to break anyway. I was actually rolling to see for a while there whether it broke, with the chances getting higher and higher. And that just seemed quite appropriate. So,
Okay.
and once I got when I got the second black one, I stuck with it. Savage Baron has given another reroll to you, Leva.
Thank you very much.
So no one got any stat gains, but also no one got any stat losses there. So
I think that's a net positive.
it could have been a lot worse. I mean, it's a net positive for Lafdul and Braxon with all that money that they got.
I got money.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah,
some
but-
money, yeah, not quite as
yeah,
much.
but also you lost a potion of healing.
Look, a potion of healing is basically. I just get those for survival purposes. They're the thing. They're the potions I least care about, other than to keep myself
Wow,
alive.
they're the most useful though.
I know, but out of my, I would have been a lot more livid if it was a potion of fire giant strength.
Did Leva now lose the least valuable magical item?
Yes, the wheel.
The wheel.
He said
Oh, okay.
the wheel chose itself.
Yeah,
Okay.
and when it exploded, that did, like, shower everyone with pieces of the stone and metal and everything like that. Everyone, of course, got injured, but you've got plenty of days of rest and recuperation. So
Leva says, okay, I have to go back to reading.
Well, at least we know that this thing won't hurt anybody with its unlucky side anymore.
that's true. Vordon and the other priests, they wipe their brows, they mop their brows with cloth, and say, we're sorry we could not have had that work longer, but it was taking all of our effort there at the end to fight against the misfortune that wheel naturally brings.
I think the wheel was fighting against you so hard that it decided to destroy itself.
Mm. Leva asks, Leva thanks them for the effort they made just for us.
You are quite
Thank
right.
you for all this. Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
Braxon's going to thank him as well.
Well,
Lafdul as well. Yeah.
now that the
Goodbye, wheel.
Do
You
any
tell
of
us
you,
exactly what the wheel does. Now that it's
do any
gone.
of you, any of you spellcasters need bits of broken magic items as spell components?
You ancient, powerful thing of change. Yeah, sure. I'll grab up a few shards.
I guess I'll collect the metal bits to maybe reforge into something else.
it's not enough really, and it's
I mean, it's
certainly not.
esoteric enough. If you've got any spells that change one's fate or fortune, you could be using that.
So I couldn't like
Potions or
melt it
spelling.
down. I couldn't like melt down any of the fragments into like an ingot for later.
No, it's not enough metal, and it's not like particularly valuable metal. It's like brass kind of thing.
I was just thinking
very
like
easily,
I could repurpose it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's very easily available metal, and metal that's not particularly expensive, and I don't want to deal with tracking it.
True.
It's not
We
like
could
we
learn
have
how
to.
that.
Would the local Grav wizards want some of this rubble?
No, they're not. They're not going to be interested.
Okay.
It's not like we are in Athas where metal recycling is huge business.
No, I just meant because it's a broken magical item. I didn't know if it's used as a material component. Otherwise,
What
we
was
just
this
get rid of it.
item called? It was a Wheel of Fortune or something, or Misfortune.
The original was a Wheel of Misfortune.
Alright, a few broken pieces of a Wheel of Misfortune.
And I guess I'll sweep the rest off the ship.
I mean, you have crew for that.
So, Lafdul, are you taking the black pieces or the white pieces?
Piece of both.
I mean, there's small enough pieces that you can say, like up to a dozen would be a reasonable number for you to take, and you can take as whatever you want,
Yeah,
whatever
these are
parts you want. I mean, there's also parts of the base and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I mean, there are potions of luck. I mean, there's probably potions of bad luck.
Yeah.
I mean, something that causes misfortunes, the probable ingredient or appropriate ingredient,
Maybe.
if it's ground up enough.
and I'm also okay with like you can do some research to try using other material components in spells you have. It's usually not going to be a situation of something like you can't really get less valuable, but I mean, if you have a spell that brings misfortune on others, uh, you know, using a former magic item might give you a a -1 to their saving throws or something like that. So, you know, if you want to do some research in that way, it's a finite resource that you've picked up, but
Catalyst bonus.
it is something that it might be a case of the normal spell does this, and if I use this rare material that I have that I can't get more of, they'll take a minus to their saving throw, or it'll have greater efficacy or something like that. If you want to do some research that way, I'm fine with it. All right, so with that, you've got some downtime. So a few, certainly that's going to be about 2 days spent already, and you've got 5 more if you want to spend a week here.
Solas will
course.
commission a few crafts and items for spell components, and also visit the local library.
All right. Yeah, any manufactured spell components they can with that time period. If it's a small, reasonable item, at least, you can get that crafted and stuff like that, and just deduct the cost and make a note. Yes, Lafdul?
Yeah.
I'm going to use this spell component I've held on for so long, and I'm going to memorize True Seeing, and I'm going to see if it is the appropriate spell component for it.
Now that you have the spell,
the one I found off the Shulkin, I know it's the wizard version, but I think they're identical.
Give me a spellcraft check.
Oh, it might be false seeing. I also gave one of those uses to Finn because he had access to it a lot earlier.
Yeah, you're not sure. You'll have to try using it at this point.
Yeah, I'll cast the spell. And I'll see. Well, yeah, because that's the only thing I need to use. I need to sprinkle some of it on my eyes as I cast it. If it works or not.
Do you, I mean, you're going to use it up.
Yeah, I am. Well,
okay.
It's got 1 of 10 uses.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It had 10 uses. I gave 1 use to Finn.
All right.
I don't think he ever cast a spell, so this will now be the second use out of it.
Is there anything that you're trying to take a look at that you want to look at with True Seeing?
Yeah, I mentioned this to the party. Is anything...
Maybe we could have Lev cast invisibility on herself when you try this?
Well, I'm more talking about, like, is there anything that you want to look at that will reveal, like... I'm not talking about testing it out. I'm talking about, hey, if you're casting it, you might as well get some use out of it, kind of thing.
Well, there's one thing that Lafdul did mention that he was interested in. If the oh no, it was detect invisibility, not True Seeing.
Yes, with my necklace of non-detection.
Leva doesn't know what you're talking about because she was absent for a little while.
I'm casting the True Seeing spell, and because I wanted to confirm whether or not I have the spell components already for the spell. And a good way of knowing if the spell's worked is to know if something needs a true reading on something. I'm just trying to think. I mean, have we got anything that might be cursed or something? I mean, would it show a cursed item?
No. That's something that it only does in the
video games.
Just
only
Eye of the
if
Beholder games.
Yeah, only if the item was polymorph changed or enhanced. enchanted things are apparent.
We will know soon whether Lever's book is cursed or not.
I mean, you can see the aura reveal, projected by creatures. That's about the only thing I can think of offhand. If you guys can't.
I mean, I'll check our goblin lady friend.
And you
She
can
is
see
lawful
the-
neutral.
Oh, that's it. That's good. No, she isn't polymorphed or anything. So it is working. It is trucing. And
I will say this. Let me message you something.
Oh. Secret notes.
Okay. Anything else that you want to look at?
I'll make a mental note of that. Does she at all? Is it obvious about my spell when I've got that cast?
You see things as they truly are, so
No, is there any outward
it's more that's
indication
that's part of the aura.
No. Is there anything obvious about me? Am I different?
Oh.
Are my eyes glowing or anything? Any
Oh
telltale
no.
signs?
There's
She
no.
has
There's
access to
no.
this magic as well.
No, there's no indication.
She has no idea I've cast this.
Well, you don't know about that, but no, there's no visible change to you when you're under the effects of the spell.
Is there any items? What about that? That hammer had a lot of effects on it.
The
Oh, no, my
maze.
Yeah.
Who ended up getting that?
It's mine.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's got a persona or something. I don't know if that would show.
No. No, you're not seeing anything about that.
Would I get anything from my lock?
From your lock?
Magical cursed lock?
No.
Yeah. I don't think there is anything in particular that we would know. I mean...
Does Finn know you're doing this?
I probably would have indicated, yeah.
Then Finn will change form into a rat and scurry across the front of your vision.
All
right, so what you see when that rat scurries across your vision is that you see like this ghostly projection of Finn, like on his hands and knees, kind of ephemerally above the rat.
Lafdul has the most perplexed look on his face when he sees the rat. Yeah, it shows me you're a polymorphed creature. It's a very amusing depiction. Maybe that's Aravan's twist on it. I don't know. Oh, that's cool. Oh, would I have cast this on the ship?
Probably.
Could I have gone into the library? And the spell doesn't last very long.
It lasts a round per level.
Yeah.
Can I see anything in the library? I don't know, just look around. I suppose I might see the wards on the door and stuff. But is there anything in the library that sticks out?
Unless the words are, like, unless they have invisible writing kind of thing, and I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look.
No, don't worry.
Then that would be obvious. If they have, like, invisible runes or glyphs or something like that, then they would show up.
I think both the wizards
they'd
got
read,
wizard lock doors.
and they'd read, and they would read, I prepared glyphs of warding today. Or exploding runes.
I can't recall if you have anything in the library that would show up. Are you looking at anything in particular?
I'm just looking at the The tomes, the Golem Craft books and stuff. I don't know. I can't really think of anything, to be honest.
No, I mean nothing.
We still have the discs, don't we?
Do
Yeah,
we?
we still. Mm-hmm.
The ones that we can't use.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so, Solas would put one of those discs on the plate to identify it.
Okay. You don't see anything special about the discs, and putting the disc on one of the slates doesn't give you a response.
Oh, they're too powerful for it.
Or they're just not magical.
It's a different type of. I mean, they only identify effects. I mean, if it's just a raw arcane source or something.
But it would also give like a name of the item.
Yeah.
I think it's the case of it's being too powerful.
Mm.
I
Requiring
guess
more
my
than the 10 charges.
choosing would probably wear off.
I'd like to. I'm gonna go through a bit of the black hole list, I guess, to identify things.
You do have 2 days worth of stuff, so you and it's just putting it on the slate. So, was there anything that you wanted to put on?
I'd like to at least get through the sell section so that we know what we want to sell off.
We're going to be traveling for months. I'd rather we get like personal items, the things we
true.
don't know.
Solas would put the Mage on it.
Well, if everyone is interested in getting that, you might want to roll like have everyone roll a d6, and then whoever gets highest gets to put something on.
I'll roll a d6.
I mean, if someone if someone is uninterested in putting something on right now, they can just say I'm opting out and not roll a d6.
No, I'm interested in.
Wow, these rolls.
Okay. Braxon will opt out.
All right. So,
if you would like to
Ockar
know
and
more about.
Finn, both of you roll another d6 because you tied. Okay. Leva is busy studying her book. All right, so Ockar, you can put an item on.
I'd like to place my flaming battle axe on it.
Okay.
One from the Dwarven Ruins.
Is it ghostly flames or is it actual flames?
Ghostly flames, I believe.
One that can only be held by lawful people, I think.
Yeah, so that is a battle axe +1 flame tongue.
Okay.
It's good against ice creatures, though.
Thank you. Am I allowed to put any other items on there? Or?
I mean, you can put any items on there you want. Whether it gives you anything
I'll put the magic long spear on there.
Yet no response.
Okay, so I'll set.
Got anything weaker?
It's
always good to double check your potions.
I guess my light crossbow, eye biter.
Oh, real fast. There is a command word for that battle axe.
Oh, I never knew about this.
You've already used its flame form, haven't you?
No.
You have, since you have used it as a torch.
Yeah.
No, it's always flaming whenever I draw it.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean there might be other uses for the command word.
Oh wait, I do have the command word, Dragrosk. I've just never used it, and I don't know. I don't know, I don't know what the command word actually does, though.
The command word actually allows you to deactivate it.
Oh.
And just use it as an axe without the flame.
Yeah, and I also know that the axe is +2 against regeneration creatures and +3 against cold or flammable, or avian.
You would also now know that it's +4 versus undead.
That's cool.
That's very good to know.
I mean, it's very powerful axe.
But with the command word, you can hide the flames so that it's not obvious, kind of thing.
Oh, hide the flame.
Like deactivate.
I'll
it.
probably make use of that.
Like it won't get the. It'll function just as a battle axe +1 in such a situation. And it it wouldn't cause any extra damage to any creatures, but
Oh,
it would.
so it only has extra damage when it's used in fire form.
But it
Okay.
allows you to basically hide in darkness while you have drawn the axe.
Or at
Or
least
Okay.
better.
using phlogiston.
I guess
Well,
I'll
actually,
put one of my rings on it, just to make sure it is all out of charges for today. The red stone ring.
Yeah, it does not give you anything.
Okay,
So
I'll
one
put
thing that you can conclude is that you can only get one weapon identified per day.
Okay.
Oh.
You might still be able to get some other things identified along with the weapon,
Okay.
but you might need to do some extrapolation based on various tries of things.
Well, now I
You
know
could-
that a ring and a weapon doesn't work together.
You could try one of your potion of healings.
I
Yeah.
guess I'll place a potion of healing on it, see how that reacts.
spare.
Which potion of healing are you putting on? Because you did lose one.
Well, I guess this is technically not a potion. It is a ceramic flask filled with a steaming red viscous liquid because I forgot to exactly write down what that potion was.
All right, give me a second.
Oh, you know what? We should identify that we've all almost forgotten about that elixir that gives us flame control or flame ability.
All right, so you put that ceramic flask filled with a steaming red viscous liquid, and that is a potion of fire giant strength.
So I can still identify potions. I'll give another check with a glass vial with a bright blue milky liquid, which I know is a potion of mind dampening.
All right, just a second. Yep, that does reveal that it is a potion of mind dampening.
And I'll test one more potion. My potion of luck, the glass vial with an opaque golden liquid.
You
I'm
get
doing
no
potions
response.
that I know just to see how many I can actually get out of it.
You get no response.
Weapon and 2 potions.
Well, that was quite powerful weapon, so might be more potions if they are weaker weapons.
Okay, so that's done. We can move on to the next day.
All right, but
Well-
it is about time to take our break. So you guys can think a little bit about what items you might want to put on, or what combinations or anything like that, and or if there's anything else that you guys want to do here in the Grav Port.
Yeah.
Good time to get something to drink, stretch your legs, and we'll be back in just about 10 minutes, everyone.
We'll see you then.
Thing.